Hey everyone, and welcome to season 2 of Death in Cambodia, Life in America, a podcast where I sit down with my father, Robert Chow, a survivor of one of the biggest genocides in modern history, the Khmer Rouge. He escaped to America with $10 in his pocket and built a distributing company, one of the largest donut distributors in the US. How exactly did a poor, starving boy from Cambodia build an empire and achieve his American dream? I'm Dorothy, his daughter, and your host for today's episode. Let's dive in. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Last episode, Robert has made up his mind. He has decided, nobody's convincing him otherwise. He is taking his life up and he is driving a car down to Los Angeles, where a big city. He wanted to experience something new and something fresh, and he was single and he wanted to just throw himself into a brand new world. He's got an uncle who's out there who works at a donut shop and that he operates, and that's all that he really knows. He's going to try to make it in a big city. Good for him. And you know what's really funny? When I was recording that part, it's really, really strange when you see like parallels between yourself and your parents. Like I remember feeling that exact same way when I graduated high school and graduated college, and I was like, I'm going to move to New York like every other person in the US after they graduate college. And it's funny when you see parallels like that, because all of a sudden you realize that maybe your parents were just like you and they're human. Strange. So you were on your way to LA. How did you figure out how to get there?
There's no plan. Look at the map.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
from AA, Triple A.
Oh, okay.
Triple A, they have a map. And then, we just follow that map.
Yeah.
And I contact my uncle first and where to meet me, because I no way I can find his apartment. So the only thing I did just drove to Santa Ana, just about around that areas there.
Right.
And call him. And
you didn't have a cell phone at the time, did you?
No. He's gonna have to stop the car and use the quarter.
And use a payphone.
Use the payphone. Yeah. Yeah.
What a different world it was back then.
Oh, it was a completely different world. But it was happy. I mean, we didn't know any. We didn't have. It's yeah.
That's the way it was.
That's the way it was. Yeah.
So you called him.
Call him, and then uncle, he didn't speak any word of English. How are we gonna find me? Now he keep telling me, you go to McDonald's. I said, McDonald's? There's a lot of McDonald's. I mean, what with McDonald's? I said, go McDonald's. McDonald's. I said, where? I said, oh my God, this is gonna be really bad. So I say, here I am, where, around me, they have Kentucky, and then, the street called, oh my God, First Street, and, I completely, but it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far from his place, a couple miles. So it took us almost a whole day. Took him, me, almost a whole day. Because finally he found someone that speak English. It's teenage, that live in that community. Most of them is 80% that live in that apartment is Cambodian.
I see.
80%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow.
Probably around 100, maybe 100 family.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's even more than Portland.
Oh, yeah. Way, way, way more.
Portland was only like 15 Cambodian families. This is a big Cambodian hub. Yeah.
So he found these teenage guys speak, English. So we told him. And finally, by 4:30, 5 o'clock at evening, then we got together. It was so exciting. And
Did he have a big
haven't seen
space?
each other for almost 10 years.
So where did you stay in that apartment? How big was it?
1-bedroom apartment,
Oh.
It's just like just like a studio. Yeah.
So you stayed in the living room?
I'm staying in the living room.
I see, on the couch.
Yes.
So what was the arrangement with him? He was going to house you, and what was your plan?
I told him I want to come to Los Angeles to get a job because there's no job in Portland. I told him. He said, yeah, stay with me and do whatever you want to do. And he, at the time, he was baking donut. He's a baker. He was a baker. And he was trained from the Donut King, Thach Nangoi. He the first Cambodian that came to America. He
was able to learn about making donuts, and I think he was the one that really was, the leader in training all these people how to really make donuts. And so yeah, this seeing your uncle, that's probably the first time you ever really learned about Cambodians in the donut industry, because in Portland, you didn't see any of that.
I didn't pay much attention about the donut industry. I really just focus on my goal, get a job, what I learned from college, try to get that job, which is I did after 1 week. So I went around and apply. So I got the job the next, couple of days. They call in. It was a small company that make a part for Boeing, not Boeing. At that time, they make the part for B-1 bomber. It's a government contract for some part.
I see.
So and I was happy. I got $8, between 8 and 9. I'm not, dollars an hour.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Oh yeah, a lot of money. Then I stayed with uncle, and then now I'm start making good money. Feel so good, and try to learn more about American teenage, young, and all that. They all go to drink. They all go to party after Saturday, Sunday. I was learn and everything. So I went to Hollywood. I drink with them. I drunk, and because I never had money left, because now I'm starting to go to a little bit off road now. It's just like try to learn from the lifestyle here for the young people.
And now you have money, so you're not saving any of it. You're using it to go and hang out.
Every weekend, Friday, we got the check and we
blow it all.
Blow them all. This would stay with uncle. So and then.
You were young.
After 6 months, I believe I stayed with uncle for 6 months. And then he baked donut every night. And then...
Do you remember which store he baked at?
Yeah, called Rose Donut in Diamond Bar.
Ah, okay. Does it still exist today?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I realized that, oh my God, I never save money. I work in this company. And then I feel like I have no freedom. And
why do you say that when you say you feel like you have no freedom?
On work, because they tell you what time you have to go to eat, you take a break, and all of that. Now you got freedom. Now you expectation like one more.
Mm.
That's how I was feel. I said, oh, I might want to do something bigger,
something else.
something else, and
Were you enjoying work at that time?
I did, because of the money.
Were you good at it?
I was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I was good at it, and then it just your brain is not relaxed. It's just like, always thinking, when you was 20 some years old, you want to challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole purpose that I come to the big town, to big city for. And now I learn, now I got a job. Now I went, on a weekend, and then I said, wow, this is not good. And then I realized, not realize, I'd still enjoy it, when with friend and drink and all of that. And then I'm thinking, one day I want to visit my auntie, because it's my uncle wife. It's my auntie's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
where did they live?
They live in Anaheim Hill, which
see.
is a very nice community. So because she came to the United States way before us.
Before the Khmer Rouge.
Before the Khmer Rouge.
So they were able to skip it.
Yes.
Lucky.
Yes. So to make the story short, because it's the reason why my dad, my auntie is my dad's older sister.
Right.
When they was in Cambodia and before Khmer Rouge, they do some business together, partnership.
Sure.
And her husband passed away when she was 40 years old. So my dad taking care of her. And then when the Khmer Rouge came in, so my dad sent all the money, put in Thailand bank, gave it to her, and sent her to Thailand, the whole family.
Okay.
So then
get her out of the country so she can be safe.
Right. Reason why she doesn't really want to see my dad, because she afraid that my dad asks for the money back. But dad doesn't want the money back. It doesn't matter. We went through Khmer Rouge this 4.5 years. We're lucky that we're still alive, and we start new life here in America.
Right.
That's what. So, but I was young. I still thinking. I said, "Hey, it's a family here." So I said, "I'm living pretty close to her, Santa Ana to Anaheim Hill. It's not far.
Right.
10 minutes, 15 minutes." So one day I call her, and she didn't answer the phone. Then I call her again. She picked up, and then she had 2 more daughters. But they've been here for so long. They know how the American
culture is like. Yeah, they've been here for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, "Can I visit?" Because I haven't seen her like a long time, so I just still respect her as my aunt. So I went. She said, "Yeah, come in." And I got off from work around 3:00 because I start early. It started 6:00. Got out at 3. So I just went straight from my workplace to her house, single home, beautiful, up on the hill, and one storage home. Live with her 2 daughters. I came in because, of course, working clothes. It smell like, you deal with the machine shop
all day.
It smell. And so I knocked the door. I went in, and she opened the door. Well, I don't think she really recognized me that much, because it's for so long,
right.
And plus, my clothes, like, so dirty. So she did talk to me, not normal, just didn't talk much. She didn't let me sit in the sofa, which is, I understand, because
You were dirty.
Dirty. I
Sure.
mean, it's not dirty, not that bad. I mean, it's just the front. They have a couple, you know what I'm
Oil
saying?
stains.
Yeah,
I see.
just a little bit. I mean, it's not like. So I sit. She sit in the chair, which is fine. It's okay.
Right.
I mean, it's okay. And she was sitting on the sofa, and we talked a little bit about Cambodian, and she did ask me my future plan. So I told her I just graduated and got a job, and at that time she owned a few donut shop already, make a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, make a lot. It's the same time as a Donut King.
I see. Same generation.
Same generation, same, they start at the same time. So,
I see.
And the two daughters came out. The older one came out, didn't really say hi or anything, just look at me like a stranger. And I know her. She know me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was close to dinner time. I think, they already cooked dinner and all of that. And then didn't offer me any water, anything. They look, I feel it. I feel it. They really look down at me. I can see it. Look, I feel something. And then when dinner time, and then, I didn't stay long when dinner time, because from my workplace to her, it took about 45 minutes, maybe half an hour, close to 5 o'clock, so dinner time. So they had dinner. They didn't even offer, all of these things here, because, you know what I'm saying here?
So you just sat in the living room by yourself?
No, I sat in there. They
just eat in front of you?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Without offering a plate?
No, nothing. So I feel like, oh, wow. The dog didn't talk to me much at all. I mean, they just look at me. So, it's a piece of dirt, that I can get the impression, from the way they look and all of that. And so I said, oh, okay, well, I gotta go. So
in the middle of dinner.
Yes. And then, of course, they have nothing to talk and nothing to, in other words, they not welcome you.
Right.
So
wow.
I feel so down, so upset, so hurt, so painful. Then, before I said goodbye, in my heart, in my mind, inside me, I set up, I said, I will do better. I will do better. So I walk from that door, and then I'm changing completely after I left that house.
I actually do remember the first time my dad kind of mentioned this story to me. It was in a car ride, actually not long before doing this recording. And when he told me, I remember he almost looked like he was about to cry. Like he was almost back in that place of deep insecurity, that feeling of worthlessness. And if you guys happen to listen to other business books of entrepreneur people and famous, successful people around the world, it's pretty common to find along their story that there was one particular moment in their life that they had felt they switched something off and focused and turned everything towards their goal. Something happened, whether it's somebody that looked down on them, somebody who treated them badly, that made them propel themselves towards a dream. And for Robert, this was it. This was the moment.
It gave me so much energy, so much motivation. So I stopped drinking. I'm trying to save money. I'm stop everything.
Stop partying
and all of that. Then I came back to the apartment, talked to my uncle, and he asked how was it. I said, it was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I told him how I feel. So he told me the same thing too. See, when he came in the first day, they gave him dog food to eat.
Wow.
Yeah, because it didn't know any better. I mean, yeah. So
wow.
Yeah.
And then
so
what do you
my
say?
uncle was eating dog food for a while because he didn't know. So anyway, it was bad. That's what it made me. I'm thank you for them treating me. Otherwise, I didn't really. I still want to get my goal, but this is gonna give me a really booster, to get fast and all of that. So after that, in a couple of weeks, so I talked to my uncle. I said, "Can you teach me how to make donut? Why don't I just look at your book?" Because at that time, he already leased the business from the Donut King's family.
Mm.
One of Donut King's sister.
Mm-hmm.
They own a lot of donut shop at the time. So they leased one to him. So I said, "Can I just go ahead and look at your P&L?" So yeah. I said, he loved to, for me to just handle his boat,
Right.
So he's just baking donut.
Right.
So I handled his boat. I said, "Wow, this is good. This is great.
You can make a lot of money.
I can make a lot of money.
Way more money than the...
Yeah. And that's why, auntie telling me, don't ever do donut shop. She told me.
When you were there to visit her?
Yes.
She told you to never do donut shops?
No. Never do donut shop. I remember so well. Yeah. So then I looked at it, the P&L, for 2-3 months, and then worked on Saturday and Sunday as a cashier and helping him out. Then after 3 months, I quit the job. Quit the other job. I said, "Why don't I just go ahead and go to work for you?" He said, "Huh? I cannot afford you for $9, $8, $10 an hour."
Right.
I said, "No, I'll work for you free. That's fine. That's okay. I'm just want to learn something." So that's why I'm working so hard. I work at a cashier. I didn't really have a chance learn how to bake. I helping icing a little bit at night here and there. Not much. It's just most of it's focused on in the front.
Right.
Because I handled the book, count the money and all that. I said, "Oh my God, this is great." Because, you pay, I think at that time he paid the business owner for $6,000, and we still make like $6,000-7,000. That's a lot of money.
Your uncle? Well, yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot
of money.
That's a lot of money. At that time, you're talking about 40 years ago.
Right.
It's a lot of money. I said, "Oh, wow." I said, "No, this is, I'm going to change it. I'm going to do donut shop." After 3 months, 3-4 months, I'm starting looking donut shop. I said, no, I said, "This is definitely, I'm going to go to Israel."